sweeties, how are y'all doing? It is March 2nd and I'm actually about to start getting ready. We are going to go look at a couple of houses, or we're going to go look at a house. So since I'm actually going to get to go out and leave the house, I'm fixing to start getting ready, and I thought I would vlog while I was doing so. There's a couple of things real quick I want to tell y'all. I actually was thinking about it, and I realized I didn't really go into much detail as to what happened with my leg and my ankle and everything that's happened since then. So I figured I would maybe tell y'all about that while I was getting ready. January 20th, we decided to go out to dinner, and that was a Friday night. As we were walking out, now first of all I need to tell y'all, this house was built in 1910. We rent it, and it needs a lot of work, and we've talked to the landlord about the fact that it needs a lot of things done, and we've done some stuff to it, but there are some things that he needs to do that we can't do. And I'm just using the Ulta, by the way, Ulta Rejuvenating Daily Face Serum. It has, it's supposed to have sunscreen in it and stuff. It's really good for your skin, and I really like it. I picked it up from Ulta. But anyway, we were going to go out to dinner, and the house has a side porch that we use mostly for coming in and out. And as we were walking out, the stairs on the side porch are made out of bricks. So one of the bricks had apparently gone bad or whatever, and had dried out and was crumbly. And as I was walking down the stairs, Javi went to walk around me because the steps were wide enough that two people can walk down them. So I turned sideways to step out of his way just to give him a little more room. And when I did, I stepped down on that brick, and my foot ended up going down into where the brick was. When it did, I immediately fell. My ankle ended up going like that, is the best way to describe it, with my foot being wedged in there. Javi helped me pull it out. I was yelling about it hurt, you know. It's like, oh my God, no, oh, ow, ow. He helped pull me out, pull my foot out. I took my shoe off and took one look at it and was like, oh, we need to take you to the emergency room. And in all honesty, I don't know how he managed to do this, but he managed to get the car up to the steps and get me in the car. Drove me to the emergency room. We went in, sat there for like, it felt like forever, but it was for like 2 hours. They took me back. Yeah, they looked at it, they did x-rays. Then after that, they kind of like, I sat in the waiting room for a little bit longer. And then eventually they took us back, and they told me that it looked like I had fractured it, and that they showed me the x-ray, and they were like, this part right here is really bad. At that point, they realized they had still not given me anything for pain, and so they gave me something for the pain, and then they wrapped it in a splint and told me to call an orthopedic specialist and see one as soon as possible. They also wrote me a prescription for pain. We got home around 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning. At that point, the pain pill had started to kick in, and Javi got me into bed. And I honestly, all I remember of Saturday was him waking me up to tell me he was going to get my pain prescription filled, then him waking me up to feed me and to give me pain pills. Like, he stayed on top of making sure that I was taking it on a regular basis and that I ate each time I took it. I didn't wake up until Sunday afternoon. Like, actually wake up. I called my boss and told her what had happened. Monday, I called and scheduled an appointment with the orthopedic specialist. Got in to see them that Tuesday. They immediately took a look at the x-rays. They did some more. And they came in and said that I had actually fractured it in 2 places. And I'd also displaced a ligament. Now, when you look at your leg, if you look at like pictures of the bones and stuff, there are 2 bones that run down your shin that's side by side, and they connect to a bunch of other bones on the bottom of where your foot is, and then you have ligaments and stuff that hold these bones in place and that hold those 2 bones together. If you look down at your foot, the inner part of your ankle that sometimes has like a little part that sticks out, that mirrors the part that sticks out on the outside of your ankle, I snapped that in 2. There was a good bit of space between where it snapped. Also, on the back side of my foot, where your Achilles tendon is, those 2 bones meet, and I actually snapped off a piece of the bone that was shaped kind of like a triangle almost, right behind the Achilles tendon. I also displaced the ligament that holds your 2 leg bones together and holds them in place. They told me I was going to have surgery, but before they could operate, the swelling had to go down. So they scheduled my surgery for January 31st, and they put me in a new splint and told me to keep it elevated. They gave me pain medicine, and they told me that, day of the surgery for me to come in. They worked with my job and sent in all the paperwork and everything so that I could be put on short term because I can't work right now with my ankle. January 31st, we went to the center. It's called the Gateway Center, which is where they do a lot of orthopedic surgeries. And by the way, Carolina Orthopedics is one of the best orthopedics around. They have been so amazing. I can't say enough about them. They've really taken good care of me. But we got there, signed in. Javi's mom came, and bless her heart, she had like her hands full because she was also planning on going to Texas because Javi's sister was having a benefit because she actually needs a new kidney. Well, she was there with us. They took us in the back. They gave me a gown, got me situated in the gown, got me in the bed and everything. They gave me my IV, gave me some medicine in the IV to help me relax, which, by the way, I don't know what they gave me, but oh my God. I actually, at one point, was laying in the bed. Javi was talking to me. Javi's mom was talking to me. And I was staring at the wall next to where the hospital bed was. And it had like glitter in the paint, and the wall was textured. And I was literally just running my hand up and down the wall because I was like, oh. So they had me real relaxed. They came in and they put a block, which is basically a nerve block, on my leg so that they would be able to do what they needed to. When they rolled me back, they put the mask on me so that I would go to sleep. And they ended up having to put an oxygen tube down my throat just so that I would be able to breathe. When I came to, they helped me get dressed. Javi brought me home. Everything was fine. They told me to come back to orthopedic specialist on February 14th, Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day, we go back up there. They take the splint off. They removed the sutures because they actually had to cut my foot in 2 places on each side. well, like one is like right behind my, like almost right where the tendon is, and then one on the inside of my leg. They ended up putting screws in to hold the bones together and to reattach the part of the bone that had broken off. They also had to put a plate in to push those two bones back together and hold them in place. So basically, when I went in on Valentine's Day, they removed the sutures, and then they put me in a cast. Now, up to this point, I had been in a splint. I've never been in a cast. When I messed up my left knee, they put me in a knee immobilizer, but that thing was huge. It was like Velcroed, and it was, this is a straight up hard fiberglass cast. And when they wrapped my foot in it and everything, he made it go all the way down past my toes, and I was like, I've never seen them do that before. I had never seen anyone with that happen. Now I know why. That's how they get it on you. Once they get the fiberglass cast on you, they have to cut out parts of the cast so that, you know, like your toes and stuff can wiggle or whatever. Well, Javi was sitting in the waiting area with several other people who were waiting to be seen so that they could get their cast or whatever done. And he said it was real quiet, and then all of a sudden you hear the saw start up. He said everyone in the waiting room looked up and looked over like, what the... I was having a panic attack in the actual room because he was taking a saw to my foot, and it was freaking me out. But I guess it's designed to where it won't cut all the way down through. They know what they're doing. Just, I wasn't prepared for it. So they got me in the cast. I go back March 15th, at which point they're going to do some additional x-rays to see how it's healing and whether or not it's healed enough that I can actually start putting pressure on it. And if I do, then we'll go from there. So basically right now I have a pink cast that goes from right below my knee all the way down to my toes. It's uncomfortable, it's heavy, but you know what? It's going to help me heal. And one of the things I have spent this entire time since January 20th thinking was how important it is that we take care of ourselves and how we really need to work on taking care of ourselves. Crutches and getting around on them, I've been joking with Javi and everyone because I feel like it's giving me a workout, getting me ready for when I start going back to the gym. Just because you have to use your upper body to move on those things. Because right now I'm not allowed to put any weight on my foot. And just, you know, we really need to start taking better care of ourselves. I've also been focusing on trying to be more positive and looking at things from a more positive standpoint. And one of the things Javi and I talked about doing was, you know, we need to find us a new place. So this afternoon we're actually going to look at a couple of places, and his thing is it cannot have any stairs because apparently me and stairs do not get along. Because if you think about it, the day after Thanksgiving I actually fell down the back stairs walking the dog and I fractured my elbow. So any place we look at needs to not have any stairs. We just want something, you know, a fresh start. And we've been talking about it, you know, we're getting married soon, 2018. So kind of have settled in like this little rut, and we've been in this house. I was in this house before Javi and I got together, and we want something that's fresh and new, and it's ours, and it's a new start for us as a family. So we're gonna go look at some houses, maybe some apartments or something. We want something that's going to be ours together and not, you know, I was here first and he moved in. We want something that's going to be flat with no stairs. Newer. But, yeah, so that's basically what's been going on with my foot. What we have planned. We've talked about, you know, fresh start. It's a new year. It's in March right now, but you know, we've been kind of dealing with me breaking my ankle and everything. And we just talked about the fact that we need to really, we've been busting our butt for so long. It's now time to start actually enjoying life, but at the same time, moving forward and making things even better. So that's what we're going to focus on doing. I just wanted to bring y'all up to date on everything and let y'all know I have not forgotten about y'all. I just really haven't had anything to vlog about because I can't go anywhere unless Javi or Matthew and Keith take me. I can't really spend a lot of time on my ankle or on my crutches because if I'm up for too long, my foot will start to swell, which gets really uncomfortable. I've finally come off of all of the pain medication, so I'm not like sleeping all the time, which before that's basically all I was doing was because of the pain medicine that was making me sleep. I did order some stuff from Ulta and it got delivered, so either this evening or tomorrow I will do a vlog on what I picked up from Ulta. Maybe do a little Ulta haul for you guys, tell y'all some of the wonderful stuff that I got. Because there's actually quite a bit. I may have possibly gone a bit crazy. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. But I will talk to you guys in a little bit. I'm actually going to get off of here and start getting ready. I can't actually talk to you guys and do my makeup at the same time because I need to be able to see, so I usually turn and face this mirror that I have over here. It makes it easier for me to see to do my makeup. Since I'm not wearing my contacts, I cannot wear my contacts and do my makeup because it makes things too blurry because I'm nearsighted, so that means anything that is, I have trouble seeing things that are far away, and they're designed to make things far away clearer for me. But if I do put them in and I'm trying to stare up close, it makes things too blurry. So I'm going to get off of here. I love you guys. I will talk to y'all soon, and